Yo, what's good, talk, man? We back with another video, y'all. Hey, today finna react to comparing the most painful deaths. This WWE or NBA highlights, man, but it's something different. I saw it on my recommended. I was like, alright, I finna tap into this real quick. But hopefully y'all can like, share, subscribe, man. We finna reach 2 mil. With that being said, man, let's get it.
Four divers realized they were in a deadly trap. Their decompression chamber, which was supposed to transport them from the depths to the surface safely, had turned into a tomb in mere seconds.
Are they in a submarine?
The pipe connecting the chamber with the ship suddenly detached, causing the pressure inside to drop.
Bro, that's one of my worst. I already know I already paused it way too fast, but that is one of my worst fears, to either not be able to breathe, like whether it be like suffocation or drowning. That's like, I don't even like thinking about it, bro. Like it's
to one immediately. Such a change in
like the thought of not being able to
handle. The nitrogen in the bloodstream starts producing gas bubbles. The divers virtually boiled on the inside. Yet on the scale
so they was
pain,
breathing in that air that was
death only reaches the mark of 7, as at least it's instant. The maximum points on the scale is 140 points. For every interval,
meaning that
I found a real human story. Watch this video until the
end
to find out what kind of pain reaches the colossal 135 points. But here's my warning. Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, man,
One day in 1975, Alex Mitchell was watching a comedy show called The Goodies.
That was good, Alex.
Why can't you stay
got hit with an ad.
I've experienced this myself, and it's called
watch, we get like 4.
At his home in Kings Lynn, Norfolk. In this episode, the comedians showcased a fictional martial art supposedly originating in northern England. The fighters had to slap each other as a greeting, eat the traditional black pudding, and throw flat caps. The intricate English humor made Alex laugh. With each new joke, he laughed harder and harder. He kept laughing for half an hour on end. Suddenly, Alex clutched at his heart, froze for a second, and dropped dead. To be completely precise, there's no such thing as dying of laughter. But Alex Mitchell had long QT syndrome. It's a condition when the heart needs more resting time between the beats. People with this syndrome have to avoid strong displays of emotion. Alex's laughter led to cardiac arrest, and the pain he experienced just before death reached 33 points on the scale. The odds of such situations are extremely low, as are the odds of being bitten by the severed head of a snake. In 2014, Pang Fan from Foshan in the Chinese province of Guangdong worked as a chef in an exotic foods restaurant. One day, his clients ordered one of the most extravagant options on the menu, a soup with Indo-Chinese cobra meat. It's a rare delicacy. To cook it, the chef swiftly cut off the snake's head to minimize its suffering. Then he skinned the body, took out the entrails.
Wait. So they didn't kill the cobra before they, or did they like neutralize it or something? He just cut. Okay, hold on.
Marinated the flesh. He took the cobra's severed head to throw it in the trash, when suddenly it bit Pang, injecting its deadly poison into the man's body. As it turns out, reptiles retain the ability to perform reflex actions for another hour after death.
Up to an hour?
Soon, the chef's hand went red and numb. His heart started beating wildly.
That's a cobra too, bro. Ain't nothing to play about.
Pang couldn't even scream. The paralysis spread to his entire body. Then the man fell onto the ground, and his heart stopped before the ambulance arrived with an antidote. This pain, which slowly paralyzes the body after a snake's bite, reaches 56 points on the scale. What could be worse than that? On February 28th, 2020, Russian blogger Ekaterina Didenko invited her friends to a bathhouse to celebrate her birthday. A party always means exciting.
This is like real, this is like real stuff that you just. Oh my gosh, man.
So
this is like
crazy.
It's already crazy, but like.
For a nice video, they decided to dress up as scientists and fill the pool with dry ice. In essence, it's carbon
dry ice
dioxide.
is like.
It's refrigerated until it hardens.
I can never really. It's like. It's not the opposite of ice, but I can't explain. Like, I don't really know what dry ice is.
And but it's like fluffy snow to later be compressed into granules.
I know that like when you touch it, you're not supposed to touch it, but like when you touch it, it hurts.
Of dry ice reaches around minus 79 degrees Celsius. When in contact with water, it produces something like fog. It's harmless, but only in an open area. The closed space of the bathhouse didn't allow the ice to dissipate since there was too much of it, no less than 30 kilograms. The carbon dioxide soon replaced all the oxygen in the small room. However, it took the guests, who were euphoric from the celebration, a long time to notice it. In this footage, we can see two men having fun. They jumped into the pool and disappeared into the fog. The video cut off because everyone had started having trouble breathing. The guests began running out in a panic, and someone called an ambulance. But the two men who had jumped into the pool stayed there. As it turned out, they died on the spot. They could neither inhale nor exhale.
Oh my goodness.
The strong pulsations caused them a splitting headache, after which both of them went unconscious and started experiencing seizures. Usually, death of asphyxiation arrives after 4 to 6 minutes of total lack of oxygen, and the pain caused by that reaches 60 points. However, there are stories in which people choose to feel an even greater pain of their own volition.
That's scary.
I'm talking about thrill seekers willing to risk anything for an adrenaline rush. On May 16, 2015, two base jumpers named Dean Potter and Graham Hunt gathered on a mountain point that was almost 2,300 meters high in Yosemite National Park.
Would y'all ever climb a mountain or like a really, really big hill? I don't know if I would, you know what I'm saying? At least at my college, they do this thing where it's just like they'll climb like a mountain, I think, I don't know, right before the semester starts or something, or maybe they'll have like a class for it. I forgot. But I know people regularly hike that mountain at my college. I don't think I'm ever gonna do that because like that's too much walking for me. But I don't know.
Wingsuit
something different. Maybe I'll do it one day.
Wingsuit is a costume with wings that allows people to.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to say I ever wanted to try it because I don't want to. Because number one, I think I'm scared of heights. So I'm like off and on with it. But to be able to like fly like that, like it's crazy. I feel like that's cool. I would never do it. I know that because I would not be able to. I'd be flailing my arms in the air, going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing all that, but it is something cool, like skydiving or something. Like I don't think if I was dragged to go to skydive, because that's like a once in a lifetime thing. Skydiving, being able to skydive is like that's a once in a lifetime thing. So if I ever get a chance, I'll probably say no. But if I get like, maybe if I could try and muster up the courage, or somebody drags me to go skydiving, then I'll probably go. But
before opening the parachute, so
I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Hop off and hover over the abyss.
They even got the GoPro. Nah, this is crazy.
Flight can reach over 200.
See, that's the thing. Like it's like if you hit like the side of the hill, it's like that's it.
This makes any mistake potentially deadly. Apart from that, the more professional
and these are obviously these are professionals. By the way, these are professionals. Do not do this. This is professional work. If you don't know like really what's going on, like what you're doing, don't do it.
The more they want to make the task even more difficult for themselves. For example, they try to fly very close to trees or rocks.
Oh my goodness, bro.
So when Dean and Graham disappeared, the girl who secured their safety on the point heard a strange noise. She thought it was the parachute's opening, but the men weren't supposed to end their flight so soon. She immediately tried contacting the base jumpers, but they didn't respond. Such jumps are prohibited in Yosemite National Park. So the guy's companion thought they'd landed after seeing the cops and weren't responding because they were talking with the officers. Yet, a few minutes later, it became clear that this silence had gone on for too long, and she called for help. The Yosemite Search and Rescue Service started looking for the men immediately, but the Rangers failed to find them that night.
I feel like
in the morning,
this might happen a lot. Like it's scary. It's like imagine you're gliding through the air. I don't know, like God forbid, like you hit like a tree or something. You knock off that tree, go you know what I'm saying? You're stuck on the side of a hill on a rock on the ledge. And you staying there, you unconscious for days, you don't know where you at. I could not, man.
State Police Force helicopter noticed Dean and Graham's bodies from the air. They were lying in a notch of a rocky ridge. Their parachutes weren't open, which meant the two base jumpers had tried to perform a complex stunt and fly past the structure, only to fail and crash. On the pain scale, this reaches 76 points. Many types of sports.
Because the thing is that's just like you're flying at high speeds. So that must mean they must have crashed like hard. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like you're flying at high speed, bro.
Painful and deadly injuries. For example, in mountaineering, it's not just a simple fall that can kill you. On May 21st, 2001, a French mountaineer named Pierre Paperon was summiting Everest via
Pierre,
the
you wanna come
Northeast
out here?
Ridge Route. At an altitude of 8,500 meters, he was horrified to see a corpse wearing green mountaineering boots stuck in the ice. As it turned out, the body's been lying in a limestone alcove cave for quite some time, and no one knows for sure who it belonged to. The mountaineer most likely couldn't take the difficult ascent to the world's highest peak any longer and froze to death. There are a few versions regarding the identity of Green Boots, and most clues point to it being Sueng Paljor. In 1996, 8 mountaineers died after getting caught in a blizzard on Mount Everest. But the most horrifying thing in this story is that the corpse became a landmark for other mountaineers. The last minutes of Green...
Hey, that's number 2. That's ad number... Man, it's getting like serious, and they hit me with an ad like this, dog. Like,
Boots'
bro.
life looked something like this. At first, he trembled from the cold, but then the frost paralyzed his body. All of his limbs went numb, but the unbearable pain in the muscles and the bones remained. Then, the consciousness started dimming. At this point, people usually begin having delusions and hallucinations, and at some point, they start feeling like it's very warm or even hot in the surroundings. The mountaineers get drowsy and slowly die. Even though in the last seconds of life, the freezing person feels like the pain is over, this slow process reaches no less than 80 points on the pain scale.
What?
However, even if a person dies instantly, it can still be excruciating. In 1981, Michael
can't
Anderson
even
Sloan was
imagine
sentenced to death by electrocution for the
freezing,
murder
like,
of Mary
really bad.
Elizabeth Room. Michael sexually abused and killed her with an iron in her own apartment. Yet in 1983, a retrial dropped the allegations of sexual abuse and changed Michael's sentence to a lifetime in prison. However, fate played a trick on him. One day, Michael was trying to fix a pair of TV earphones. He had nothing to cut the wires with, so he started trying to sever them with his teeth. At that moment, the prisoner was sitting on a toilet, which is made out of metal in prison. As we all know, metal is an exceptional electricity conductor. The power went through Mike's body, boiling all of his organs and hitting his heart.
Nah.
In the end, the man did end up dying on an electric chair of sorts. This kind
Literally.
of pain reaches 90 points on the scale.
Yo.
Death does await you in the most unexpected places. You should stay vigilant everywhere, even in a pool at a fun cocktail party. On July 22nd, 2022,
This is recent,
Khalil
too.
Kennedy
2022,
was
2
having
years
fun
ago.
at a corporate party
Or 3
in
years ago
Karmeh
almost.
Yosef, Israel. Suddenly, the water level in the pool he'd been swimming in started dropping. At first, everyone thought it was a prank, and someone had just opened the drain valve, so neither Khalil nor anyone else got out of the water. But in mere seconds, a real whirlpool appeared in the pool. In an instant, Khalil got sucked inside the pool structure, behind which, as it turned out, a void appeared. In this footage, we can see another man barely escaping the same trap. The water kept pulling Khalil through a tunnel of dirt and stones, causing him countless wounds and fractures. The body was found by the rescuers in a 13-meter deep opening. This suffering reached 93 points on the pain scale. But the death that can be placed at 100 points is definitely not.
No way. A hippo?
December 13th, 2020, Marius Els went on another walk with his pet hippo.
Man, why would you even... Man, come on, dog. If this is actually... is real footage, why would you even... Bro, a hippo has one of the most strongest bites. As an animal, it has one of the most strongest bites, bro. I know that, bro. Why would you even mess with a hippo? What? I'm gonna assume that's what happened. That's what it looks like. If this is real footage, I would not be getting near no hippo either. They're fast. I don't know if y'all know that. Like, yeah, you know, a hippo, oh, you know, they're big, you know what I'm saying? Oh, whatever. No, bro, they're fast too, boy. They're fast and they got a strong bite. And they got a really big mouth too, bro. Oh my gosh.
Yes, you've heard that right. A few years before, a farmer from South Africa rescued a hippopotamus.
I'm gonna lie,
from
baby
a
hippo is
flood.
kind of cute though.
After
that's
this,
crazy.
he took it home and brought it up like a domestic animal.
What?
Humphrey the hippopotamus responded to his name.
What? So that should be illegal. So he took home a hippo and raised it like it's what?
Marius, and even let the man ride on its
Like
back.
I've heard of like people like monkeys, maybe like a I don't know. I saw this one girl like she mistook it for like a cat and ended up being like a bobcat or something, or like a puma or something. I ain't gonna lie, a pet puma would be. I really do like pumas. A pet puma would be insane to have. That's pretty dope. But obviously that you can't have that. You know what I'm saying? But a hippo, a hippo, like you're being serious, for real hippo. I mean, I guess if you rate, see that's the thing. Look at you. Do you? I paused it at the right time. Do you see? Compare this hand to a hippo. Boy, I swear, bro. Come playing with me, bro. Come on, dude.
Marius often fed the animal by hand and brushed its teeth. The locals were worried by the fact that the hippopotamus attacked cows and even killed one of them. However, Marius kept saying the animal was peaceful and obedient. Yet, one day, after a walk with Humphrey, the farmer...
Wait, so is he so it's a farmer, so he knows how to take care of animals, but a hippo, that's different, dog. Like, I don't think there is a person that is able to like, well, I mean, I don't know, but like hippo and be able to raise it right. I mean, like a hippo, dude,
disappeared. Soon, he was found dead, with wounds from large teeth on his body.
Oh my
Ironically,
gosh,
the
bro.
hippopotamus assaulted its master on the very same river where Marius had rescued it. Hippopotamus teeth are very different from lion or wolf teeth.
That's
Their
what I'm
bites result
saying.
in fast blood loss and death. The hippopotamus's mouth resembles an enormous press, and tearing muscles under tremendous pressure. Pain scale. Such a death stands at 100 points. But the next death I'll tell you about reaches 110 points. In 2009, the police of the town of Konotop in Ukraine documented an extremely strange...
But the crazy thing is, this isn't like recent. This is maybe like 20, almost 30 years ago. I thought this was gonna be like from a long time ago, but like this is crazy how this is like.
If you're struggling to get that warmth, fullness,
I gotta know.
and
Is this number 3?
Check out X-Rack Pro.
Number 3,
It
y'all.
exploded
Only
right
need
in
one
the
more.
mouth of 25-year-old Volodymyr Lykanos. Sadly, the doctors couldn't save the man. His head injuries were too bad. The police found that the guy had been chewing gum just before his death.
What?
But can gum really explode? A forensic examination revealed that an explosive powder named hexogen was to blame for the incident. But why did the manufacturer add it to the gum? The police found out that Volodymyr liked to dip his gum in citric acid. He was a chemistry student who apparently conducted forbidden experiments. That's why he mixed up a safe food acid with hexogen. This substance's explosive power is 4 times greater than TNT. On the pain scale,
And he
such
knew
a
this,
death
and he
reaches 110 points. You'd think there's nothing
he knew that, and he's bro, what?
painful than that, but you'd be wrong. On December 16th, 2015, a towing service employee
Like,
at
come on,
Mumbai
bro.
International Airport, Ravi Subramaniam, was
Like,
helping
if you
an
knew
aircraft
that-
get towed backwards. The plane was
Why
running
would you
late,
do it?
so the pilots opened the engine power in haste, failing to notice that 4 towing specialists were still standing next to the aircraft. The men quickly moved away in different directions to avoid being crushed, but Subramaniam was standing with his back toward the plane and didn't manage to react that fast. In mere seconds, the man got sucked into the jet engine, whose blades rotate at the speed of 50,000 times per minute. So they immediately inflicted countless injuries on the man's body. He was virtually torn into pieces. Even though this death was instant, it was still horrific and reached a colossal
I can't
120
imagine,
points
like-
on the pain scale. However, this is still not the highest mark.
I'm scared for
what
140.
death is
dog.
more
I'm like,
than
man,
everything I've mentioned above.
this is crazy.
In 1985, a patient
Like, the
at
first one was
Rockland
wild,
Memorial
but-
Hospital in the state of Washington, USA,
I'm
had
scared for
cancer
140.
and was undergoing radiation therapy on the Theroc 25 machine. Radiation therapy is far from being the most pleasant procedure in and of itself. Yet after another painful session, the woman developed a strange stripe-shaped redness on her thigh, which the doctors hadn't warned her about. This is not the only case of patients receiving radiation burns after undergoing treatment with this machine. Sadly, the doctors took too long to find fault with its functioning. Instead of a safe dose consisting of 200 rads,
I remember I had to get an MRI because that machine just now that person just went through.
This is
I know
not
it's
the only
different,
case
probably.
of patients receiving radiation burns after
It was
undergoing
for my
treatment
arm,
with this
like
machine.
going through this.
Sadly, the doctors took too long to find fault with its function.
I was low-key scared because it was
Instead of
making a whole
safe
bunch of noise. I was
dose
like, oh my
consistent
god.
of
But
200 rads, the machine produced
I know this
around
is different.
20,000. That's a radiation level you'd receive inside the broken Fukushima reactor. This
What?
mistake caused the deaths of at least 6 patients.
What?
It was a truly horrible death, accompanied by tissue necrosis, organ failures, and internal bleeding. This pain reaches 135 points.
Wow.
How high do you think are the ratings of dying of dehydration, swallowing glass, and
Swallowing glass? Oh my god, man. Okay, yeah, bro. Hey, that's the end of the video, y'all. Hey, you know, it was something different, you know what I'm saying? Tell me what else I should react to, you know what I'm saying? Give me recommendations. 'Cause I don't want to just do sports. I want it to be I want to have like a plethora of other react to. But hopefully y'all like the video. Hopefully y'all will like, share, comment, subscribe. We're gonna reach 2 mil, man. I already know the biz. But with that being said, man, I'm out. Yay!